Hey guys, what is up? It's Dusty here, and welcome back to another crypto video. Man, we officially got a date. Ripple and SEC pre-trial is scheduled for February 22nd. So it's definitely going to be taking a while before this whole lawsuit is finished, but at least we got a starting date. And there's actually quite a lot more news that came out just now that I need to update you guys about. So make sure you press the like button, make sure you are subscribed, and make sure you comment something down below, because that way you can enter into our $100 worth of crypto giveaway. And again, it's pretty damn simple, pretty damn cool, so check it out. Having said that, Ripple just posted a couple, or actually yesterday, it feels like a couple of days because I make so many videos, time really flies, but it was actually yesterday when they said, our statement on recent market participant activity, and this whole letter here is just explaining, Ripple has not given up. There's quite a lot of countries out there who are already seeing XRP as a true asset, a decentralized asset, and that to a certain degree they'll just keep on fighting back, since this is not just a jab from the US against XRP or Ripple, it is a jab against crypto in general. And overall, on most places we check, we know institutions are buying a ton. Alright, here Bitcoin's institutional support comes at a cost. Here's why. Well, I would just say it doesn't really matter. There is a ton of freaking support. Everybody wants to know what's going on with Bitcoin. Everybody wants to get in. And now we got some cool stuff about XRP, since they're trying to save crypto to a certain degree. Some might really disagree with me here, but I think they are, at least to a certain point. Then also, I just saw this one. Judge asks Ripple and SEC to expedite trial. Will they agree? Ripple's court battle with the SEC could end sooner than expected, but the chances are very slim. So let's first actually check out this date though. And also guys, make sure you check out Webull if you're from the US, because you can get 4 stocks for free. So check it out. And check on Unstoppable Domains. I bought a couple of these ones, and I told you guys this before. The .crypto extension is a pretty cool thing, right? Not gonna lie, I think it might be very, very big at one point or another. So check it out. A link is down below. Alright, so let's quickly check this article out here. The XRP community has been trying to find a glimmer of hope for the digital asset that has been termed by a security by the SEC. According to their filing, an initial pre-trial conference in the SEC v. Ripple case has been scheduled for the 22nd of February 2021. According to the filing, the New York Southern District Court will hold the pre-trial telephonically. The SEC and Ripple have been asked to submit a joint letter by February 15, 2021, and address the following points. A brief description of the case, including the factual and legal basis for the claims and defense, any contemplated motions, and the prospect for settlement. So the CEO of Ripple, Brad Garlinghouse, and the former CEO and co-founder Chris Larsen have been accused of selling unregistered securities, and in this case, the securities have been XRP as per the SEC. The duo has been accused of selling XRP for nearly 8 years, making more than $1.3 billion, and following the news of an SEC lawsuit against Ripple, XRP has now dropped significantly, losing investors a ton of freaking money, like $10 billion or so at least. Several exchanges like Coinbase and Bittrex have stopped trading, at least for XRP, not necessarily delisting, because Coinbase hasn't delisted XRP, because they're saying, well, let's wait up first for the SEC statement to come through, since SEC alleging something doesn't mean it's actually a fact, right? The SEC has no power like that. They have to arrange things to court. They cannot do anything on their own. And there might be more popular exchanges coming up soon who might either delist or stop the trading, but it's all up to their own selves to figure out exactly what they want. I don't think there's really any guidelines for how to go about this, as Coinbase has talked with the SEC a couple of days ago, and they only stopped trading it, I believe, yesterday or the day before. And yesterday, again, we got some hope, again, from Ripple. I actually, now that I've read this article, think that Ripple's filing here, or Ripple's statement here, actually was kind of the confirmation that they're building what they were required to do from the New York Southern District. All right, I believe kind of that is in correlation with each other, where they asked, hey, give us a letter and a complaint letter and basically just everything. And Ripple just said here, hey, we're going to be building a side of our response in a few weeks. And that few weeks is going to be that February deadline of February 15th, where the case will be 1 week later exactly. So we have a date to watch out for. Then this one here, again, it says the judge asked Ripple and SEC to expedite trial. Will they agree? Ripple's court battle with the SEC could end sooner than expected. U.S. District Judge Analicia Torres has asked Ripple and the U.S. SEC whether they are willing to consent to a magistrate judge to conserve resources and promote judicial efficiency. I find that very interesting. This could potentially allow the case, which is expected to take over a year to resolve, to move more quickly. If either Ripple or the SEC disagrees, both of the parties will have to file a joint letter about withholding their consent, and as explained by Jake Travinsky, general counsel for Compound, the parties are automatically asked to use a magistrate judge since this is a standard court procedure. On the off chance that both parties consent, this is unlikely to alter the timeline of the case. The parties in every single case are automatically asked if they want to consent to a magistrate judge. Literally every single case. The SEC won't consent. I doubt Ripple will either. Even if it did, it would really affect the timeline of the case. Well, it would not really affect it at all. Lawyer Jesse Hines says that the case is likely to drag out until at least Q4 of 2021, which I do think so as well. I do think it would take at least 9 months. At least. That's really a minimum, because in the next 2 months, the first document is going to be filed, all right, I guess, against. But to figure that all out is going to take another couple of months, and it's going to go back and forth for the next couple of months. So literally 1 year from now, yeah, we'll most likely have ourselves some good results, if not sooner. Could also be that everything closes out quite a lot quicker, but it might go higher up once more as well. We don't really know. So that's all that was kind of said in this part. If the SEC, no. Yeah, we just read that. Ripple is ready to defend itself with exchanges delisting XRP or suspending trading in droves next month. The upcoming court battle between Ripple and the SEC would definitely be on everyone's radar in 2021. In the most recent public statement, Ripple mentioned that it was looking forward to settling the SEC's lawsuit in court. Quote, "For 8 years, we've built products that help hundreds of customers solve pain points around global payments. We will defend our company and look forward to settling this matter in court to finally get clarity for the U.S. crypto industry." Really nice to kind of hear it from them, right? I also just saw this video on the Ripple website, or the Ripple Twitter. It just shows once more what Ripple's here for and what they're trying to fix. Man, and when you really look at it from that perspective, it gets really kind of sad that the SEC is trying to kind of destroy that whole initiative. Once more, I'm not trying to say at all that Ripple is 100% right, because they could have done a couple of things a little bit better. But let's quickly also see this one here. Let's quickly see. I just see an SBI Ripple related article. I didn't read this one before. It's from a couple of days ago. Major Ripple partner SBI Group believes the SEC's lawsuit is likely to have a minor impact on the company's business. And I can already give you guys a very good example of why. And that is because 90+% of Ripple customers are outside of the US. The only big negative when I'm looking into this is that all the investors and speculators from the US cannot get more or have a halt in their trading department, right? Which is very annoying. And a lot of the funds who are based in the US also might not be able to do this here. I've been thinking about this for a little while, but I think that's not going to be an issue at all for Ripple's business. There's a couple of things that they could do. One, for example, they can move to one of the countries that they said, like UK, Japan, Switzerland, Singapore, where they can just operate fully, so they can still provide liquidity. They don't care. They can do whatever they want because they're only a security in the US. So as long as they don't operate in the US, nobody is going to care. You might say, oh, but if it's a security here, then it is everywhere. No, it doesn't work that way, all right? Every country has their own rules. The US has their SEC body to kind of criticize other parties in there. But what the Ripple will do is just move out and kind of start afresh, where they can just literally keep all their customers except for 10% on. They will lose quite a lot of fund integrations, but they'll most likely just continue on like it didn't happen for XRP and just leave all the US customers out. Which once more, guys, in my opinion, is pretty sad for all the people that are there who are trying to buy it. But you cannot. You can't still hold it, but it might actually become illegal to have it. I don't know how that's going to work, because I kind of feel as if there's going to be a forced selling pressure, but on a different end. I kind of feel as if we might get a very positive result, so all that we're talking about here just does not matter. And also this expediting stuff, or what is it called? Expediting stuff. It doesn't really matter, as just once more, it's being said every single time. So it's nothing new, nothing crazy, nothing happy, nothing sad. Bank just said here, New York court settles date for Ripple's v. SEC pre-trial hearing. Counsel for the U.S. Exchange Commission and Ripple shall present the case to a New York court in February. That's again kind of just showing what you got. Then this one here is Uphold. Let's not talk about that today. It's a little bit bigger. But the bigger point here is that I find that there's so many different bodies, so many different entities here talking about this lawsuit that it's already gotten Ripple quite a lot more just power in the general space, right? Everybody now knows about Ripple. Every single person in the crypto space has heard about it. And a lot of the people who just are involved with legal stuff know about it. And a lot of the people who are just into finance in general have heard about this lawsuit, as it is quite big. Not the biggest, but quite a big deal. All right, then XRP economy. Can Ripple survive to fight the SEC in court? Ripple is too dependent on XRP, and the falling token prices are making these chances of its survival narrow. I'm not really agreeing with that, guys, honestly. I think there are quite a lot of guys here who are making articles, for example, on Cointelegraph 2, who are just really putting up either lies or just not having their facts straight. And I see it too damn often, too freaking often, where these guys are just trying to manipulate either reality or kind of paint a very negative picture where we don't even know what type of hurdles Ripple will really face in this lawsuit. I personally think they have a pretty good chance to win, as if you take a good look at it, the SEC cannot say that they're doing this to protect investors, as first of all, they waited too long to get this suit through, and second of all, they really lost people a lot more money doing this than not doing it. And also, if it were to be a negative case for XRP, don't you think your other cryptos are fine? All right, I'm not a financial advisor, it's not financial advice, but I would recommend, from a personal perspective, that you are careful with your other coins here as well. Because if XRP goes down, a lot of other coins will go down because the fundamentals are partially the same. You might say, but you know, these coins don't have a CEO. It's not really completely true that Bitcoin couldn't be classified as a security either. It's not really the case because you can, let's not talk about the legal stuff of Bitcoin. More so Ethereum, I think that one is easier as they do have a foundation. It's just, if people are buying into it with the anticipation of profit and kind of putting an effort to make more profit for others and just kind of for themselves and go that little way around, some legal men might argue that it is a security and kind of go from that point on forward. You might just, again, try to argue with them like, oh no, it's still a currency, but people are trying to make money off of currencies too, right? But that again depends on what the main purpose is. If the main purpose is to utilize it, for example, rather than make money with it, you kind of can disregard it being a security. With XRP though, you know, since the company behind that is doing efforts or putting in efforts to create more kind of money for this coin and kind of give away investment contracts they find, I don't agree, but they find, then I do see what they're trying to say or where they're trying to come from. With Bitcoin, that's a little bit less since, well, everybody's only doing it for themselves. So it's going to be pretty hard to prove the case, but it is not impossible to say so. XRP jumps 20%, investor gain confidence. As said before, I'm waiting for just what, hey, League of Legends. I'm just waiting for one little point of hope here where people are just happy again to hold. And we got that with this little statement from Ripple here saying we're not giving up, we're not done just quite yet. And as we said before, Bitcoin's institutional support comes at a cost. I actually think that a lot of these institutions are buying XRP still, right? We'll talk about that a little bit later because Cointelegraph just posted a couple of articles which I think are kind of strange. I don't really get that. And if you're wondering about the risk, there's two. First of all, mass dumpings could happen. And the second of all, I think personally, is that there's not that many people selling anymore and people are just picking it up. For right now, it just kind of looks like the liquidity for Bitcoin is going to be drying up piece by piece as, again, it's getting stuck in these platforms. So people might be exchanging this on their own platform, but they're not really doing so on the open markets again or anymore, which is really not good for the liquidity of crypto. And everybody wants to know what's going on with cryptocurrency in general. Look at KSI here, very popular YouTuber. What is going on with Bitcoin? Because it just pumped with like 100% almost in just the shortest amount of time, or maybe even more. Look at that, 28,000. People are going insane about it. We talked about this for so many years now, guys. It's really crazy that it's all coming to fruition. Whew, I'm very happy to see it, though. Make sure you also check out Webull, by the way. You guys haven't done it, so, right? If you have, well, check it out again. Because Webull here, if you're from the US, you can get 4 stocks for free. It's definitely worth it. And the Unstoppable Domains one, I keep talking about this because I personally bought some. I just told you guys, like, hey, maybe check out a couple of good names to just speculate on, or some names that you would like to build a website on yourself. I didn't even buy this one. It's somebody else who bought this. Pretty interesting. But yeah, I'm just saying, check it out and look for it because I personally think that having a couple of these could serve as a very, very good investment over a longer term period. Once more, it's not financial advice, but I don't really see the downside. For example, it's $40 for a domain, maybe 20 even. And what you got is a domain that could potentially turn into a lot. For example, the investment, things like that, or maybe like insurance all those types of names, if you look for a good name that people might be able to or want to buy eventually, like for example, this one is taken, this could be a freaking $1 million, maybe even a $20 million domain eventually, if you're lucky. You don't know for sure, but it could be. And so forth and so on. Some of these could turn into freaking gold mines if this .crypto extension gets published by or I guess gets accepted by Google Chrome and Firefox and so on and so forth and Brave. Right now, though, you can only access these websites through the extension, but if they get accepted, wow, would we make a lot of money. So that's why I'm just checking it out, buying a couple. Don't pour your life savings into something like this, because you can check it out, buy maybe a couple. What I've done, I bought 24 because, well, I got a little bit of a discount at that point. I remember like a month ago or so, they had a small little discount, so I bought a couple extra. Otherwise, I would have probably picked up like 10 or so, just because I'm like, well, if it's $400, for example, or maybe I would spend a couple bigger ones I did last time, I might just really get so much more money out of it that it's just worth the risk, because there's no extra costs attached at the end eventually, except for maybe some Ethereum gas or something like that, but really not that much if you ever want to do something with it. So I was like, man, let me just get it, grab it, and forget about it. Maybe in a couple of years this will be worth, let's say $500,000. And that all for maybe 500 or something like that, right? That's how I thought about it. But hey, if it's stupid, don't get into it. I don't care. Whatever you want. I'm just showing you guys that I bought some, and that's it. Thank you guys all for watching. See you guys again in another crypto video, and take care, everybody.